Hello again, this is Philip, and welcome to my channel. Thanks for coming to this particular video. This is the third video I've uploaded here related to my essays. The first essay, I asked the question, what does the word gender mean? And that's where it all began for me. I was really trying to think about, well, what does that word mean? And what I found was really interesting and for me quite liberating, and gave me an avenue to think about what was going on in our society, and in particular what happening with children that I had coached who had said that they were transgender, and other people in the community that were saying they had children who were transgender, and then, you know, as we all know, it's like happening all over the place. And so I started there, and with that established, I went to looking at the term gender identity, and I wrote a second essay, put it in two parts, and this is the second part of that essay. In the first part, I gave the term gender identity some simple scientific scrutiny. In my last video, I said that I asked the question whether it was a hypothesis that worked once it was implemented, and then I said I would apply the principle of Occam's razor against it. And well, that was a bit of an error, because I actually use Occam's razor in this essay. And in this essay, I look at a statement made by the Canadian Centre for Ethics in Sport in a document that they issued a few years ago now, which was a foundational document for trans inclusion policies in sports organizations throughout the country. And so I give that some serious consideration, and looking at it again through a scientific lens, and the logic of the statement that they make, and then I apply Occam's razor to see if it stands. It didn't. I'll just be clear. It simply didn't, and it's rather disappointing just how weak the thinking was of the Canadian Centre for Ethics in Sports in making this particular statement. And it's had a huge impact throughout the country, and therefore it's really important that I think we pay attention to what I'm presenting here. It's not because that I'm presenting it. It's just I'm applying the principle of Occam's razor, and that's a basic scientific principle. I'm a layperson, and it's pretty clear. It just doesn't stand once you put it up against this principle. So read on, and feel free again to explore this YouTube channel and listen to other voices, and pass this link and on to others to read this essay and the other essays. I have one more that I'll post, but not quite yet. It'll be a while before I do that. I'm still working on it. It's more from a psychological point of view, and I'm not quite satisfied with what I've written on that quite yet. So thank you very much for joining me.